I am starting a book club. That's why one of the beautiful things about books, there are so many books and so little time. First book is going to be Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. A lot of fun. I've never had this many people to talk to about a book that I'm reading, so this is going to be freaking awesome. I'm very excited. Welcome to the first Instagram Live for the first 100 pages or so of our first book. This is definitely this is a huge moment for me. This is a huge moment for everyone tuning in. This is an awesome moment for our book club, guys. We did it. We've been on live for an hour. Isn't this awesome? We talked about a book for an hour. Did you guys notice it was an hour? I didn't notice it was an hour. This is epic. So thank you guys. So never let anyone tell you you're a bad artist. Because this is not true. If you're a human, you're an artist. You have the power to create, right? So next week, we are reading To Kill a Mockingbird. Reading to you guys. Thank you. We finished our second book. And I can't wait to read the third one. On the 16th, we will start 1984. Nothing's happened yet. But everything's happened. It's cool. We're going to start talking about this book. But damn, it was crazy. Next book, we're going to do The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Because I can't wait to discuss this with you guys. Sad, right? So sad. So, guys, we did it! We read 4 books. I'm so proud of everyone. But the next book is The Alchemist. But he could have given up. But he didn't. Love that. Anyway, which it most definitely inspired the hell out of me. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. That is an amazing quote. I'm writing it down. I want to say congratulations. We read 5 books this year. Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. Can you guys believe this book? For being here. Guys, we've read 6 books now, right? 6 books? That's a big freaking deal. I'm very proud of us. And as the world keeps spinning, we keep on reading. So, we are now going to be moving into Fahrenheit 451. Interesting read, am I right? Guys, 7 books down. We did it. We did 7 books. We're now going to talk about our next book. Catch-22.
Oof, this book. What do you guys
Jump into this book, I just want to say, congratulations. We read another book. We finished Catch-22. It was... It was a big one, right? Everyone, the book we're discussing today is Breakfast of Champions. He breaks the fourth wall the entire time. From the first page, he's telling you that I'm the creator of this specific universe. It's I think officially our 10th book, 11th book, I don't know, I can't remember anymore, but Lord of the Flies by William Golding. We have a lot to talk about. So where do we start? Will be The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Everyone, thank you for coming for Rosende Reads Returns with our first book of this year.
Abortions. Everything that's happening in this book is so has happened or is still happening.
The Life of Pi by Jan Martel. One thing that I really want to bring into this book that I'm noticing from Pi is his amazing appreciation for life. Alright, so the next book, guys, is Things Fall Apart. I'm really finding it fascinating, the world that we're becoming a part of. This tribe in Nigeria. I'm loving that. It's a world that I'm not familiar with. So, the next book we're going to be reading is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist. It's been very different than any of the books we've read. I agree, more technical, but I thought it was just as interesting. I want to talk about paradoxical intention. Sounds so cool. But now we will make all of our attention onto The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I agree. I did it all in one sitting. I just burned through it. It was really good. It took me an hour maybe. Oh, let's talk about our new book, Into the Wild by John Krakauer. I'm enjoying it so far. Although I oscillate between thinking like McCandles is crazy or being like, does he get something that we don't get? You know, I go. So the next book is Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. Is everyone ready? I realize that the language at times can be a little complex, but that's because of the way that she writes, and I feel like a lot of what I was seeing on Twitter, everyone kind of was on the same page, where it took a chapter to get used to it, maybe 2 or 3, and then after that you were like, whoa! It got really interesting. The Joy Luck Club by Amy.
I have to agree.
I thought this book was beautifully written. There are some parts that really struck me. This book, Anne of Green Gables, I feel like most of us are going to love it. I'm not going to lie. Because personally, I am loving it.
Laughing so hard that it's so, like, we've been reading in the same room too, and we've been like,
relatable for some reason. I was telling Tessa that this is one of the first like heroine female books that I feel like completely connected to the lead character. I'm like, I totally get you, Anne. Like, I think she's amazing, and I love the way she sees the world with the passion. And but we'll be reading The Great Gatsby. Watched the movie in 2013. When I first read it, I was obsessed with like the largesse that you see with how Fitzgerald brings us in to the 1920s. Wealth was something that anyone could have. This idea of this American dream where you can change social classes and change your entire circumstance. I mean, the world had just experienced the Great War, and people were coming out of that disillusioned by the society that was present before, looking for a way to kind of like, what's next? And I thought that was sick. But now reading it, I do admit it's a very sad book. Correct. It is now time to talk about Margaret Atwood's The Testament, which is the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. Whew! I am loving this book. I don't know about everyone else. I think it's amazing. I would say I'm disturbed, and I'm fascinated, and I'm excited, but at the same time afraid. Come on. One word, Aunt Lydia still have to choke.
But we did get to see how so many other women reacted to being in the same circumstances as her, which we always learned about the handmaid's perspective in the last book mostly. So now to be able to see a bunch of other women that were in the same gymnasium as her choose to turn the gun around and shoot somebody else, or to go ahead and shoot but still not be able to follow through with it. We saw all the different variations of being given the same environment and the same quote choice.
Okay. Thank you guys very much. This has been really fun. I'm glad we got another book down. As you guys know, the next book is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. It is the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. It's like we're back with Scout Finch. Really exciting. We're back with Atticus Finch, which I'm super excited about. I had no expectations of this book going in. I knew that we were going to be reading about the same characters, and I knew that we loved To Kill a Mockingbird. For me, Awakening. So yeah, let's talk about our next book, The Power of Habit. So I think it's super fascinating that we've pretty much discovered that all of our behavior, both conscious and unconscious, is pretty much structured by the habits we've created. Wait, no. Little Women's next, right? I said Little Women. Sorry, you're right. Little Women is next. I have to go buy it. Sorry. It's Little Women. Please don't start the next book because you'll be way ahead and you'll be way behind. I find it very difficult to get through. So for me, this book would be characterized by the word of endurance. Which is bad. Like, I'm not saying the book is bad. I'm saying it's absolutely lovingly charming. And that's what I've been telling Tessa. I think it's absolutely charming. I think the characters are all lovely and full of life. I love how innocent and beautiful the relationship between the March family and Lori and Mr. Lawrence as well. Like, that whole thing is wonderful. And then the little tidbits of father serving in the war, that is, I think, lovely. I'm finding this book very difficult to get through. I think it's slow paced. But we are reading A Brief History in Time by Stephen Hawking. I'm very excited. I have a feeling it may get a little bit scientific, analytical. Maybe this will be a really interesting read for us. I'm excited. We haven't read anything like that yet. But I mean, either I had to read the same pages over and over again out loud and then try to explain them to Tessa, who then asked me questions that I couldn't answer, or I fell asleep many times. I tried, guys. I am so sorry that I didn't finish this one. So to read it in this format was very difficult for me. But we're going to use this, guys. We're going to use this as an experience. Tessa, what day are we on? We're on day 10 of our quarantine. And it's been a lot. It's been a weird time. I have no idea what day it is now that we're in quarantine. But a place where we could voice all of the things we're kind of feeling, and we can talk about it, and we can also not feel alone in this. We can recognize that hopefully everyone's abiding by the same code of we're going to quarantine for everyone else. Well, because people aren't doing well right now, decide to do a summer that will be an introduction into understanding Black history and Black culture in the United States. Have a great day. Remember, keep thinking, keep question everything. Continue to be curious, continue to explore, continue to grow, continue to educate yourself, continue to read, and continue to be positive forces of change in your environment, in your community, in your world. Tell everyone you love them. Keep your eyes open and just keep being awesome. Wow, I haven't said that in a while. It felt good.